Welcome to Veterans Archives, where we are dedicated to preserving the stories of our nation's heroes. We hope you enjoy this story. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, like and share our videos. Check us out across all social media. Be sure to like and share those pages as well. And for more information, go to www.veteransarchives.org. Today is Monday, November 24th. 2025. We're talking with Glen Wilkewitz, who served in the Air National Guard. So good morning, Glen.
Yeah.
And thank you for sitting with me through all the technical difficulties that we've had this morning.
No problem.
But I think we're on the right path at this point.
Okay.
Great. So we'll start out with something really simple. When and where were you born?
I was born in Detroit at the at Salvation Army Hospital that was there. I lived in Detroit about 24 years.
Okay. What year were you born?
September 10th, 1951.
1951. So tell me about growing up in Detroit. What was that like for you?
Well, my neighborhood was the usual kind back then. Kids down the street you played with. You did things together. Go golfing occasionally with them. Park was down the street near Gomper's elementary school, and the park there is where we would play softball or hardball, do skating when the winter was there, and such. What basically happened to my neighborhood is the expressway came through.
Oh. That'll change things.
That was in Schoolcraft and Burt Road area. Just wiped them out. So most of my friends went away. They moved, and so there wasn't that much activity after that.
Now, did you have brothers and sisters?
I have one brother. His name is Mark. And right now he lives in Tennessee and such.
Now, are you very close in age?
He is just turned 70, so he's about 3 years behind me.
Okay, all right. So not quite close enough in age to be best pals then when your friends all moved away, or did you?
Well, my brother moved out when he was 18.
Okay.
As soon as high school came around, he's gone.
Yeah.
I hung around till I was 24 before I finally moved out.
Okay. Now tell me a little bit about your parents. What did your parents do?
Well, my dad joined the Navy when he was 17. He didn't really like the way he had to go in, but he ended up going to boot camp in Chicago at the induction center there. My mom lived on a farm with her 12 brothers and sisters in Bonnertown, Tennessee. And when she turned about 17 or 18 during the war, she too left the farm and went down to Maxwell Air Base in Alabama. Alabama, where she repaired bullet holes on airplanes.
Oh.
And such.
So she was kind of a Rosie the Riveter then.
In a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. She never talked about it other than to say there were a lot of cute pilots down there. And pretty much with my dad as well. He served on a cargo ship, kind of like in the movie of Mr. Roberts.
Okay.
And except his was an ammunition ship. Ammo. But I have a map at home that shows all his journeys. He was a plank member, means that he was the first crew to serve on the ship. And basically, they only had 2 battle stars because they would be floating around in areas where the Navy, Army had already taken over the island.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't see much action there.
Okay.
He never graduated high school. And she and my mom, they met in a bowling alley. Got hooked up that way.
All kinds of places to meet people, isn't there?
Yeah. As a side note, how I met my wife.
Oh, well, it seems to have worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your parents met, and then how did they end up in Michigan?
Well, that's a bit of a story. I think originally they were living in Winter Haven, Florida, and this was at the start of the Korean War. And he got a note from his mom about wanting the Navy him to report in. I think it just later Mama wanted her boy back
Right.
in Michigan. So they came back to Michigan. They bought a house, Fielding Street, Schoolcraft area.
Mm-hmm. And the rest is history, as they say.
Yeah, basically.
So talk to me a little bit about school. And I know you lived at home until you're 24, but so you graduated high school?
Yes. I was rather unremarkable, and
Mm-hmm.
I did that time. I was suffering from allergies, asthma. So I never really participated in sports.
Okay.
So I joined ROTC and such, which I kind of liked
Uh-huh.
and such, because we had activities we would do, things like plays, that, along those.
Okay.
So graduated when I was 17. Mom and Dad never really harped about going to college or anything. So I kind of floated around, you might say.
Right.
So that was my high school.
You had joined the ROTC.
ROTC.
Yeah.
We did the usual thing.
Mm-hmm.
Had a rifle range, the basement of Redford High School, and we have marching competition against other Detroit schools and such. So that was extracurricular activity.
Now, do you think that kind of fired up your interest in being in the military?
Actually, it's a little weird. We would always go visit my aunt, Okie, in one of the suburbs of Detroit. And we would, with my dad and uncle, would occasionally watch Walter Cronkite, 20th century.
Mm-hmm.
It's all war movies or news.
Right.
And I wasn't so much curious about that. I was just thinking about the people who were filming it.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was so. Anyways, I had interest in photography. Then saved all the negative.
Right.
And so, anyways, after I did work locally at one of the CNC markets.
Uh-huh.
That was blocks from Walter Strom and it. And I was just sort of an innocent guy packing bags.
Right.
And I didn't know at the time that Walters was well known about his meat, good butcher.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently what they called back then, this was 1968, what they call the production line for Redwood. They would come there.
Oh.
I would pack it. I don't know who the hell they were because I never watched hockey.
Right. Wasn't your thing.
It wasn't my thing. So that was probably one of the highlights.
Uh-huh.
After that, started working Hudson apartment,
Mm-hmm.
Northland. And guy there that would be in charge of me acted as if I was going to work there for 30 years, like he had. So, but basically all I would do is break down. And I had a few incidents where I got chided.
Mm-hmm.
So after 3 months, I got fired.
Oh, well. so much for that career.
So I collected on them
Mm-hmm.
for a while. I did have other part-time jobs. I did. One of them was delivering flowers.
Mm-hmm.
That was just a couple change. And another time I worked part-time Sears. That was Bonia.
Mm-hmm.
That. Then one day I was looking through the paper, and they had an ad for teacher training. So I had money saved, went to it. I couldn't afford the programming,
Mm-hmm.
so I just learned the operation, Honeywell computer, and such. So I started looking for jobs after I graduated. I got one at called a Plymouth, where they had the old BB gun factory.
Oh, okay.
My teacher wasn't that great showing me how stuff worked.
Mm-hmm.
I got released, fired, and such. But I did end up with another job on Greenfield Road. Called basically, their main thing was printing out paper coupons with Paul purchased new cars,
Okay.
oil, tires. They
Right.
still do it.
Uh-huh.
Other companies.
You're right.
So I worked in data control. Got it because I wanted to be an operator.
Mm-hmm.
So they had an opening on the midnight as a printer operator. Print out 10, 12 boxes stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then go over to the mail room and make a long story short, eventually got on afternoons, then on days, and they had a computer operator thing open there. So I went, started training there. Unbeknownst to me, there was this union going on where the warehouse joined the team,
Okay.
and all of the operators threw in with them.
Mm-hmm.
So the work rule used to be if I was called in like I did on Saturday, I could work 4 hours. I'd done it before. You get 8
Right.
because it was Saturday called in. Well, apparently somewhere they changed the rules, and I ended up being fired for falsifying my time card. I'm out of working, still living at home.
Mm-hmm.
And leading up to joining the Air National Guard, for that, Vietnam, I had a pretty good draft.
Yeah.
But unbeknownst to me, my mom talked to my allergist. He submitted the letter to the draft. They labeled me 4F.
So mom did not want her boy going off to.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moms
So-
have a way of doing that sometimes.
This ties in later when I went to.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I didn't know all that. So I was at Centennial Library, Dearborn, Ford. And I picked up a postcard saying, "Join the Guard." Filled it out. They ran me through the ASVAB test that you have to
Yep.
and to make sure get into the.
Somebody will take a different score.
So, anyways, I passed all that. And I think I called my mom. Well, told my parents, "Hey, going to the airport, give me a ride," because I joined.
Yeah.
Raised the right hand, all that good stuff. So I was in boot camp. 6 weeks.
Yeah. Down in Texas, right?
Lackland Air Force,
Uh huh.
the only one where all the Air Force people go to. And then after graduating, went up to Wichita Falls, Air Base there, and went learned the B3500 Burroughs computers.
Wow. So this is what, 1975?
Yes, this is 5.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So computers aren't quite what we have today. That's
No,
for sure.
No,
Yeah.
as I explained to one of our volunteers here, I'm a fossil because I started out practically at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So I graduated from there. And anything else? There's more.
Well, no, I mean, we can.
Okay, I'll keep talking.
Yeah, we can continue
So
talking.
as a result of all that
Uh-huh.
Education, I got a job at St. Joe's Mercy Hospital. And I was there 37 years.
So you finally figured out how not to get fired.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
Know your stuff.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit more about your time in the military. So you signed up to work in data systems then.
Yeah.
For the Air Force.
Of course, what they trained me on, they didn't have at the base.
Right.
We had something called RJET,
Mm-hmm.
and that's Remote Job Entry Terminal. Basically, it was a typewriter. You'd load the program on paper tape.
Yeah.
And they would then transmit their information up to Niagara National Guard in New York. It would process there, then send it back to us and print it out on green bar paper.
So you were one of the original remote workers then, really.
Basically, there, yeah.
Yeah.
And what we did locally there is one of the people in our unit knew Fortran.
Mm-hmm.
So he wrote a program so that at the theater we'd have roll call. And everybody had to drop their little bit of paper in a bag, and then we would get it and check off who was there.
Mm-hmm.
Such print out local program and then give it to whoever made the first name.
Okay.
Like
Now, how long were you there? At
30
training?
years.
Well, you were, I mean, in Wichita Falls.
No. Oh, Wichita Falls.
Yeah.
That was 2 months of training.
Okay. And then after that, it was just regular National Guard, right?
Yes, after that.
And then, so was Selfridge where you went, or was?
Selfridge.
Okay.
And so back in those days, we were like a foreign body when we did our drill because couldn't go to the liquor store. The only time we could go if we were on 2 weeks.
Right.
My orders get into whatever those facilities.
So for a long time, though, in the National Guard, like during that period, there wasn't a lot. It was really one week.
We would be training mostly. It was mostly your ancillary job.
Right.
And such. So our basic duty for the 191st then was defending the northern tier. Be the Russian bombers at alert hangar, F-106. So we would practice shelter maintenance. And we would pretend we're in a shelter. We'd be in the basement. We'd have all the imaginary decontaminants because you'd be outside, have to take your boots off, your uniform, and put in a disposable bag. So not taking our clothes off during practice.
Right.
But we
simulating it, certainly.
Simulating. And
right.
that would be usually on a Sunday, and we do it half the day. So bring a
right.
and such. I was in charge of and all that. That went on for about till the Soviets went away.
Right.
The other thing we would do, we would deploy for 2 weeks, usually in February down to Florida.
Wow, that sounds really rough.
We'd go there, and I was real good now at operating IBM 3040.
So you've moved up into different. So you've really watched the progression of, I mean, back when they had like punch cards, right?
Yes.
All the way through.
Hollerith cards.
Yeah.
Tapes.
Mag tape, paper tape.
And such.
Yeah.
And I could talk on that for an hour.
But but you've seen that, like
I've seen the evolution.
That's crazy.
And I keep up.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to.
No, you don't want to be the guy still doing DOS programming when everyone else is using.
3.1.
Yeah.
So I would basically sit there while the other Air Force guys. Maybe I get a little bit like go hang the.
Right. Right.
And so I did that till I had a career change in the 90s, late 80s.
Okay.
As a admin.
Oh.
And we would train people on computer using their gosh awful software called Enable. And they would use Laserdisc.
And this was like the old green CRT machines? Is that what you were using at that time?
In a way, yes, they were green. But we had the what we call the 286 processor.
That was the stuff, right? That was
that was high end then.
So I want to stop for just a second. So at the same time you're doing this in the military, you're working for the hospital system.
Yes.
And you're seeing the same evolution there, aren't you?
Yeah, a little bit faster.
Yeah, well, of course.
The thing is, where I worked at, they were going to move. We were up to the latest version of mainframe computing, big iron.
Yeah.
They called it.
That's where you had rooms full of computing equipment, right?
So we were still not connected to the outside world yet. Were later on. But higher ups, because we started to incorporate by hospital. And before that, I could get all my work done at 2 o'clock. I worked afternoons the most. And could be all done by clock. Nobody had hardwire connection. That changed later on when we become a 24-hour.
Right.
So anyways, the powers to be decided to move the mainframe from here in Gibson to Mount Clemens. So they said, Glenn, you could have a go with the mainframe and drive an hour and 15 minutes every day, or you can learn something.
Is that a hard choice?
No. It was a cut and pay though.
Right.
But at that time I said, okay. So started out learning IBM 8088, 2 floppy disks,
Mm-hmm.
green monitor, even some Apple II computers for PBI, brain function coordination.
Okay.
And they had something of a network there, but it was mostly word processing.
So I'm just curious. So did that career change take place right around the same time you went to work admin in the Guard? Were those fairly close together?
Yeah, pretty close.
Okay. I'm just trying to picture how this was going for you.
So when I was in the Guard,
Mm-hmm.
or also at the hospital, I developed my interest in photography.
Okay.
This was about 1990. Bring my camera, take all film back then,
Right.
and so I think it was 92. My first sergeant Gary Wright decided, okay, there's an opening. So I became a 3V03 title AFSC, and I had book learning had to do.
Right.
One of the people with us I became friends with, he was a AP photographer. And so, but the Air Force changed where I had to go to school.
Mm-hmm.
No more book learning. So I had my paperwork in to go to school. So did my friend, but why does he need to go to school? So he got to school,
Right.
but he wasn't going to go. And he said, okay, Glenn, here you go. So this was in 1996.
Okay.
And in August, I shipped out to Pensacola Naval Air Station. March. It was in August. And it was a 7-month school, all from the beginning. White portraitures, color, the whole 9 yards. My first day there, I came in, sat down, the other students came in. They all asked, I'm 42 now.
Right. You know spring chicken.
And they asked me, are you our teacher? I go, no. So it was a group of, towards the end, of 8 people.
Uh-huh.
We had one person that got set back. He was a Marine. He thought it was more interesting seeing his girlfriend in Jackson, Florida, than being at school.
Well, he's probably a young Marine, so who could blame him, right?
So eventually he, I guess, Navy calls, became a chain dragger,
Mm-hmm.
such, some physical work. But all this time, my wife is pregnant with the second child,
Oh,
Krista.
goodness.
So the doctor had set a date for her birth in October,
Mm-hmm.
and I flew down. because I had, I think it was holiday. No, just for the weekend. So I was going to be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So the doctor screwed up. And I had to leave, missing her being born. We call it born day. 20 minutes after I left.
Oh, that's too bad.
So my youngest, Brittany, was there.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, while I'm away, she's mimicking just to be
Oh no.
back home.
Oh no.
So, anyways, graduated. I was the top of my class, of course. I also had the top score for the month of October.
Mm-hmm.
But we had to go to a second called the Versa. This was learning how to do 80 millimeter tape
Mm-hmm.
or film that came off the SR-71.
Okay. The spy planes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had to learn how to keep everything balanced in the and all that. I was hoping to get my silver certificate, but we had one drill where we had to do it as a
Oh no.
so I didn't get that. My mom and dad came down to watch me graduate from school in January, and then I drove home
Uh-huh.
and such. So I became a photographer on the base and kind of impressed them that I did want to work because I guess some of the guards there did not do much.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to do much. And so I had a BIVM there, base visual,
Mm-hmm.
and it was all about him. You didn't do anything without his approval. But having just, I knew I didn't really have his approval.
Right.
Maybe basic stuff, go there and put that medal on the chest or change of command, the flag.
Mm-hmm.
One time I was out and about, the Army was going to do a drop over. Okay, I'll set it up and go ask. And he said no. Blew my.
That's
We're
the kind of
documenting history here.
right. Right.
Need photographs, such sort of like from. You don't put your picture out there to the bureau up in Washington. Nobody's going to know what you do out here.
Right. You got to tell your story.
So, and they haven't done.
Mm-hmm.
So there was one time I went to water survival. Through it all, take pictures, people being taught. Got to do the parachute drop from E-boat. And so photographing all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
And so on a drill weekend, I scanned my negatives, all film, and sent everything up to the bureau. Remarkably, of course,
How did that feel?
that was great.
Yeah.
Didn't make my BIVM happy. He threatened to throw me
Uh-huh.
out of photography.
Because it wasn't about him.
Right. He didn't get credit.
Yeah.
So after that, I continued on doing stuff.
Uh-huh.
Rolling around 2001 now. I had been thinking, well, I got 24 years in. What you want to do?
So for people who aren't familiar with the National Guard, right? You get your 20-year letter, which means you could retire
Yeah.
at any time. And when I got my 20-year letter, that kind of changed how I saw things. I don't know if it was kind of the same for you. Like
Well,
you didn't have to be there anymore.
Yeah, we would get a letter because they still approve of me.
Right.
So I would get a 3-year extension
Okay.
and another 3-year extension, 30.
Okay.
So,
But you're 24 years in at this point.
yeah,
In 2001.
yeah.
So what happens?
So we would pull our kids out of school the first week or second week in November because they're a student.
Right.
And it's only review time for the first 2 weeks after summer break. So we pull them out and take them to Disney. So it's September 2001, and we're down in Disney. And we're going to go to Blizzard because they got the big slides, all that wonderful stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're going to leave about 9 o'clock on the TV, and I say, oh, burning buildings. Let's go to the beach. So we went there, and then about 10:30, 11 o'clock, we get an announcement overhead saying the world is closed. And it's like you hear this all over about people talking aloud about planes crashing buildings, the Pentagon, Pennsylvania.
Right.
And so we went back to our room, stayed at the pool, and I'm thinking, and it did. So in 2001, my buddy, Sergeant Cleveland, had a gig in Washington, D.C. 3 months. All he did was edit PowerPoint. These PowerPoints go to the Pentagon, and they would see what's happening. That and also in Kosovo. So he came back, says, Glenn, you got to do this. So I did. I put in for it. I got it. I was there April, May, June. So it was May, April, May. Coming home in August. It was fantastic because you could see how the war was progressing, how Kosovo was doing, and such. Sat there for 12 hours, and you make sure the information that's feeding from room next door from other guards, what the guard is.
So you really got like a good view of what was happening.
It was great. And I wanted to do again in 2003, but I turned down because reference in my power. But they didn't have enough room on base, so I got put up in Georgetown.
Nothing wrong with that.
In a nice building with 3 bedrooms. What happened is my kids got out of school and I came to visit for about 3 weeks. And then I came home in August. And I tried to do that again in 2003, but because of some errors I made.
Right.
So we're getting to December of 2000. And so I'm into my computer career. I'm up to the point where I can repair laptops, displays, reimage the PCs, and help basic break fix problems, people having problems logging on and other hands.
Right.
And I do about 40 day, basically. Self and another person I closed 40. So we'd have a little
friendly competition.
something.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there, it's after Christmas, and my buddy, Sergeant Cleveland, calls at work. Goes, Glen, come out to basically.
Uh-huh.
And so we were hourly then, so I told my supervisor, call from the base. I go, great. Off my rhythm, past drill weekend. Like?
Right.
Well, unbeknownst to me in my drill that day, in the Guard, and I imagine other services, you don't have a wartime job. You're not in the Guard.
Right.
You needed a wartime. And so Mike Cleveland was his full name. He took me over to Intel and showed me what his job was. So I learned it in 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Basically taking video, digitizing it, transmit over the internet, analog to digital. And I go, yeah, no problem. 10 minutes. So also unbeknownst to me, my BIVM went to a 2-week school to learn what I did.
Right.
Knowledge of computers. So I'm sitting there in the office with my commander.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, Mike here tells me you can do his job. You picked it up pretty quick. So yeah, no problem. He says, would you like to go to Iraq? I go, okay.
Sure, why not?
So I volunteered
Uh-huh.
to go there. I'm 52 right now. Yeah, 52, going to Iraq with the 127th Fighter Squadron,
Mm-hmm.
called the Red Devils. And 12 aircraft were deployed, such. Told my wife, Glen, I was interested in being that other guy on the other side of World War II photos, taking pictures.
Yeah.
But I wanted, so not to throw God in with it, I prayed for a year at church to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And I go,
Well, I find that when God answers a prayer, you better move forward.
so I did that.
Yeah.
And we went to a Air Force base, Columbia, South Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
and went through about what we were, mostly what Intel was mostly there. And they, made comments, people going to the green zone, Baghdad, careful. And I said,
Right.
well, guess what? When we were there, our base was hit 60 out of 90 days. Rockets, RPGs, mortars. They were bad shots. But
Right. Thank goodness.
They were bad shots. I did have one rocket land maybe 50 yards from me while I was in all the quiet zone there,
Mm-hmm.
where we could go ahead. Then the rocket hit and on the ground. Last over.
Yeah.
So basically, my job there was taking videotapes off of my Sony 8 recorders.
Mm-hmm.
They're in the F-16s, take those tapes, had a player, and I'd sit across from Intel. The pilot would be next, and the Intel person said, Glenn, I need 15 seconds.
Uh-huh.
So I said, my name, pilot's name, date, mission number, digitize it, then I turn around and upload it from the SIPRnet to guitar.
Mm-hmm.
So the job was 12 hours a day, 90 days a week for the 3 months I was there.
Uh-huh.
No time off.
Right.
And so I would walk the half mile back. I got my full gear on, bulletproof vest, helmet.
Yeah. Gloves, goggles, all the fun stuff, right?
No, not at MOP level yet.
Okay.
We did carry our gas.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
you were there for 90 days?
Yeah.
And then where did you go from there?
home.
Okay. All right.
Saw a lot of interesting stuff on the tapes,
Uh-huh.
such. Some of the bomb drops. Apparently, one of my videos, or however it did, somebody released it to the net, to YouTube. It's out there.
Oh.
Just look up Lucia Cast. The 30-second
Mm-hmm.
bomb being released, then moved over because people in the building moved and were heading towards the JTAG. 16 pilots they have to. There's ground controllers.
Uh-huh.
So come home, and the big picture, mom and dad and kids running up to their dad.
Yeah.
So Colonel Bankstall was my commander, and I'm the last one there at the welcome. And the base failed to tell my wife.
Oh no. So
But she is on base.
Okay.
And she's shopping.
Okay. So she's nearby anyway.
Yeah. So hey, I asked her, can I borrow your phone? So I go, dear, I'm waiting. So she comes over, kids are with dad and such, and such. All to put it back another 90 days when leaving, both kids are hugging me. And
oh yeah.
my eyes are just screaming, get on the
plane. Right.
So after that, you get a full month off.
Mm-hmm.
And we went down.
Where else would you go?
We stopped in at my mom and dad, my mom's farm house. They have a reunion at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to see the cousins. This is 2000.
Oh.
So 2005 rolls around. And I said, well, yeah. And after 30 years, in August 2000, got out of the Guard.
Well, can you tell me? I mean, 30 years is a long time to be there. What was it like for you putting on that uniform for the last time? How did that feel?
Well, it felt good,
Mm-hmm.
but my personal opinion, after you're out, your uniform sits in the closet. I never was a person to dress up on Veterans Day and march with your medals there. After that, all the prestige power is gone.
Right.
From you, and you're a civilian. So, but I wouldn't have missed the world.
No. Oh,
And it's, my wife will say, never had a midlife crisis.
right. Something important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, after that, continued working at Trinity.
Hmm.
I was really itching to get promoted, but I had a manager that basically out there during the 60s protesting military. He knew I was,
Yeah.
and I never really got promoted. And I left to go to photography.
Hmm.
He told me to my face that I wouldn't even give a pregnant 6 month off, little you.
Right. You have to.
So what I did is I started putting in for jobs at other places in the system.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a job at Detroit Mercy Hospital in Detroit. And I guess a little bit more money down the mortgage.
Right.
And I was pretty good there. Then Trinity decided, well, we'll close Detroit Mercy. So this is
Mm-hmm.
during the Great Wi-Fi. So during that time, I had to be there to midnight. All the clocks ticked over,
Oh, yes. Y2K.
and nothing.
Right.
So, anyways, I'm closing down the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
packing up the computers, such, and the HR called and said, "Well, we can put you back over in Ann Arbor." I go, "No, I want to work at Farmington.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather quit than anything else." All the noise in the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
and so I started working there, learning more stuff. I got certified in repairing computers, ordering parts from them
Mm-hmm.
was a discount compared through them buying. And got to know thousands of people there, repairing and such. And then in 2013, I was given a box. Said, yeah, that was fun.
Time to retire. That's what they thought.
Basically,
Yeah.
they cut back a few other people. It's interesting. I have Lincoln Edit, and I can see how other people just moved on to other places
Mm-hmm.
in the health.
So what did you do when you left?
Well, I've never been one to have idle hands,
Mm-hmm.
and occasionally your wife wants you out of the house.
Because you're driving her crazy at this point, right?
So I've been a member of this place for 30 years,
Mm-hmm.
but only a member. And then towards the end, we were doing server repair and started donating equipment. Jim Nichols, Phil Kennedy were doing that. And they said,
Well, and for people watching this, you were at the Michigan Flight Museum, right? Down by Willow Run Airport.
yes.
Okay. You started really volunteering your time here.
Coming here, I would sit in that room I showed you,
Uh-huh.
and they would ask him, okay, well, so I'd start doing things. People would lose files on the server. They would have problems scanning. Have same thing I was,
Mm-hmm.
but not in volume. for the days.
Mm-hmm.
So then got to. We used to have different locations because our 1940 hangar burnt down. We were lost a lot of
Right.
World War. The one thing we didn't lose was the membership computer because they were having problems. So the person home. Next day, the barn burned down.
Oh.
So that was lucky because
Yeah.
after that, we had a couple homes. Last sand top, old building, then came here after they bought it
Mm-hmm.
and built all the blaze back. Been really nice how things are going. We had a flying B-7, flying B-5, C-47, Huey helicopter. So we had to tell our B-17, not because it was broken, getting
Right.
our small Huey.
You still have your helicopter, though.
We have the Huey, we have the C-47,
Mm-hmm.
and the B-5. They all go to air shows, and they then do rides.
Right. My wife and I actually rode in the Huey at the Freedom River
Okay.
event. So we loved it.
I just came out there to take pictures
Uh-huh.
for the museum. Such. So they sold the museum. I guess they got, because it's a flying and certified that year.
Mm-hmm.
But the person that bought it will have it disassembled, redone, like it was brand new.
Wow.
Totally shipped it to New Zealand. So
you've been volunteering here for
at least 11 years.
right 11 years, and actually, when I talked to you last week, you're getting ready to move, and you'll be leaving the flight museum. How does that feel?
Well, I guess it feels like we cry,
Okay,
but
it happens.
a lot of people here appreciate what I do.
Yeah.
You know, there's a hangar over there, not far from us, and we had to hook up internet there. But Tomcat says there'll be $1 million. We go, no. So what we do is we have a transmitter on top of it,
Mm-hmm.
and it links to it. They get their internet. So that's one of the things I'm proud of. When I got retired, no handshake, party,
Mm-hmm.
just out the door with security.
Mm-hmm.
And they threw a party for me last week,
Yeah.
which was fantastic. More than I had with Trinity. Such. They're going to have to find somebody. They have Tim Nichols. Before I came, he would come in
Mm-hmm.
evening. Talk to him. There's another guy here that up to talk to.
Yeah.
Do that because he's a docent.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be different. They do have HEMA out there. Everybody goes there. Test it. They have another consolidated air museum there. About an hour. I'll have to check them out. They need any.
So when you so when you get out to Arizona, you're not gonna you're still looking at serving
Yeah,
in some capacity.
yeah. Um, I know too many people who didn't,
Right.
and they're grave.
Got to be busy
Yeah,
for sure.
have to be busy, keep your mind active, whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Um, my kids, Brittany and Krista. Uh, Krista is out in Arizona, and brother.
Hmm.
Um, real quick, I met my wife at the bowling alley. Like my,
Yes, we talked about that earlier. So yeah,
and we've been married, say, up on 36.
congratulations.
So, 100% Polish,
Hmm.
half German, half Irish, and our Turpins 300.
Oh,
So, anyways, um, gotta be active, doing stuff. I have a lot of videos out there of our trips. That's all of those.
well, where can people see your videos if they want to see your videos?
They look up Hawkeye 16
Hawkeye 161, and that's your YouTube
name.
channel name. Yeah.
And the so Krista teaches now, graduated a math,
Hmm.
and now she's into doing students kindergarten, but grade school,
Hmm.
STEM class, being interested.
Right.
My oldest, Brittany, graduated from the Toledo University as a chemical. She had been working on the glass down there, and she has an interest in space program. And so she went down to where Sandusky is, NASA, as the world's largest vacuum.
Oh.
They had an open house. He's wandering around and talked to someone saying, "Hey, you says, yeah, got hired there. Worked there about 6
Hmm.
worked on the Orion spacecraft around the moon." And he was able to, Northrop called her and say, "Hey, got stuff for you. You can come down here, watch Artemis rocket." We went down there. We got canceled twice
Hmm.
because of problems. He got to go back the third time there as well, but not as great he was in. So she got that. So Brittany's now teaching. You want to see her? Do yoga by beat
Okay.
on Facebook.
Okay. So I got to ask though, does she still do impersonations of your other daughter being born?
No, no. Although we do have video of it.
Oh yes. Yeah, and that has to come out once in a while,
Yes,
right?
it does.
Yes.
It does.
Well, Glenn, we've covered a lot in the last hour. We've talked about your life and really your life of service, all the really amazing things that you've seen, simply, from the beginning of computing to what it is today, and you're getting ready for that next chapter
Yeah.
in your life. So I really have two questions left. The first question is there anything that we haven't talked about that you still wanted to talk about? Is my first question.
Well, talk about my wife,
Yeah.
Debbie Wilkewitz, Debbie Lorbes, 100% Polish,
Hmm.
and master of the kitchen. She has a culinary degree, years, and had a variety of different jobs at the hospital. She got tired cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Then she did 8 years as an ER escort at St. Joe's Hospital. And then she stopped doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And for the last 15 she's done driving people to the airport.
Okay.
So kind of works as a contractor to other.
Mm-hmm.
Plus she has her own people that will call her. So when she goes to Arizona, all of that.
I get the feeling that she probably will
Do it out
be
there.
just fine.
She'll be fine. And she's already hinted that she may pick it up again, but
Yeah.
just drive that one person, they'll get a referral.
Right. Right.
The reason we're moving to Arizona is we used to do a 3-month drive where we'd go to Florida, over to Pensacola, then to Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And we did it, first time we did an Airbnb, and we didn't really like where we were doing this
Right.
for a month. Then I found this other house that was fantastic. It was bigger, had a bigger backyard, a pool. And my wife likes to swim every day
Mm-hmm.
when she can. So back then after that, I got to know who the manager was, and she said, call me, save those Airbnb. So I did, and we did that for 4 years, same house a month.
Mm-hmm.
And because we had looked at other houses, there was neither nor any of them we liked, because they had a post stamp backyard.
Right.
And so this year, we were down in Pensacola, got the call from her, says the owner says you can have the first bid on the house that
Really?
you've rented the last few years, because he has medical. So I go, Debbie, do it. You want to do it? So we started the process while we were in Pensacola.
Mm-hmm.
We then had another house renting in
Right.
and because it was 2-story, did have a pool, but so we did the VA loan through the whole process. Took a month. So that's the house we're going to.
Nice.
There wasn't like this house.
Mm-hmm. So you know enough about it. You've been there, and
We know the area.
yeah.
Her brother lives 10 minutes from us, Queens Creek,
Mm-hmm.
and probably a year or two, my oldest will probably move out.
So you'll have the family.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I will not move because of I don't have any grandkids.
Right.
And people won't move because they have grandkids. So I think they're
Mm-hmm.
if they want to live other than Michigan or
Right. Well, it sounds like that next chapter is going to be exciting for you. I'll be interested to hear how things are going.
well, I'll throw YouTube up there. I think
You do.
and
Yeah.
such. But as another thing, I was originally a Baptist,
Mm-hmm.
and I, since God answered me, I'll be Catholic. So I was in a bomb shelter because we had the big siren going,
Yeah.
and the Catholic with me
Uh-huh.
and such. So I started attending Catholic services there. And then when I came back, I went to catech.
Right. Right.
And so I was lying, kids were going. At the time, something left out. I got a black belt in karate.
Mm-hmm.
So I was telling them I was going to school, some different techniques. So then when my baptism around, were really?
A little shocked.
Yeah, because we had made them go to catechism. I had.
Right. Right.
So
now you're Catholic.
every Saturday, just like my wife, she was born Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, go on Saturday because then
You don't have to get up early. Because isn't Saturday service like in the afternoon or the evening?
about 4 or 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Depending where you're at.
Yeah.
So we'll do that, and
That's incredible. Lots of great churches out in Arizona too.
yeah,
so
we
you'll
have
be fine.
one that
Yeah.
we'll be going.
Well, good. Good. Well, that really brings me to the final question for our interview today, and that is, for people listening to this years from now, maybe 100 years from now, what message would you like to leave them with?
Well, what I'd like to say is there's a person on last name Jordan, and he did a video talking about kids, and it kind of fits me, and it also fits my 2 kids, where you have a time frame till you're about 24 to learn this, because you're leaving stuff behind as a kid. You're not partying, you're not doing stuff. Like if you're a plumber, electrician, you're learning a that you use, and you have this narrow window for learning. Once you're on the other side of that narrow, you can do the thing that you out as a kid. So you can go mountain, do other things, including your job but you can do other things. And if you're a couch potato and you're 30 years old living at home, there's a problem. So my kids got out of the house quickly. Both of them got jobs out of college. They're both doing fine. Not calling dad or mom, hey, no. They're all self-confident, such what they're doing. So, like I said, my advice is that your children should get some skill. Stop doing what they might have been 6, 7. When my daughter was 6, I always wondered why she was leaving early for high school. Found out that chemistry set up the lab.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And so, same way with Krista. Wanted to teach. So she went to Grand Valley, got her minor, Debbie's relatives,
Mm-hmm.
but she got a job. Oh,
Right.
So this for, I'd encourage anyone who wants to be in the military, join the Air Force. And
Of course.
you have to have a good ASVAB score for that. And do what you're interested in. I originally wanted photography. Art. Work at it.
Right.
I did. Got it.
All right.
But the other thing I would say about my photography skills are good, but I never really could make a living at it.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned computers and made a living in photography.
Right. Do what you have to do so you can do what you want to do, right?
Basically.
All right. Well, Glenn, thanks for taking time out this morning to sit and talk with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching Veterans Archives. We hope you enjoyed this veteran story. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button, like and share our videos, as well as checking us out on social media. We're on Facebook and TikTok, LinkedIn, X, and Instagram. Be sure to check out those pages, share, and like. And for more information about what we do, go to www.veteransarchives.org.